boy. Yeah, boy.
Cheers. You are now watching Create a Steady Hustle with Likquidcash.
I know women love to say, just be honest with me. Just tell me the truth. Just keep it real. They always say that bullshit, and the last thing you want to do is be honest with her. Try to keep it real with a fake bitch. That's the last thing you want to do. You can never keep it real with a fake bitch. It is what it is. You'll lose every time. You dig? You will lose every time. And 99% of these women live in a fake fantasy world. How do you navigate that? How do you get around that? How do you keep it real with a fake bitch? That's the number one question I want to ask. Listen, man. That's the realest thing I ever said. How do you keep it real with a fake bitch? You know what I mean? Y'all let me know, man. 99% of the women out there live in a fantasy world, man. They live in a fantasy world. See, that's a whole nother topic. I'm gonna talk about that whole topic. Listen, I'm gonna make an episode discussing that whole topic. That's a topic right there. How do you keep it real with a fake bitch? That's a whole topic. Excuse me, ladies. I apologize. How do you keep it real with a fake woman? I mean, how do you keep it real with a fake chick, man? How? You can't keep it real with a fake woman, man. 99% of the women out there you see right now, look at them. Look at them. Just take a look at her right now. If you with your woman right now, just take a look at her real quick. Take a good look at your woman. She lives in a fantasy world. She lives in a world that is different from anybody else's world. She's living in a world that is not reality. And they don't even know it. So how do you keep it real with a person that's living in a fantasy? Soon as you meet a woman, they fall in love with the perception of who they think you are. They don't even fall in love with who you truly are as a man. Nah, they don't fall in love with who you truly are as a man. When you first meet a woman, you know who they end up liking? They end up liking their perception of you, the fantasy that they created in their mind of how they think you are, or the person they think they want you to be, or the person they think you should be, or the person they think you could be. They fall in love with everything but who you truly are. And that's just off the rip. That's just off of just, you know what I mean? 6 months of dating each other, 3 months of dating each other, a year. They fall in love with the perception or the fantasy they created in their own minds. And the moment they see an inkling of you not portraying the character that they have in their movie, in their mind, they 2 seconds away of thinking about the exit strategy and finding out how they can leave the situation, how they can cut you out of the movie that they created in their mind. They necessarily don't fall in love with you. They fall in love with the perception of you, the perception they have of you. Now, some people might say I'm tripping. Some people might say I'm wrong. Some people might disagree. But the real ones, they know. The real ones, they know. They know exactly what I mean. They understand me, because my language is not for everybody. See, I don't speak for everybody. Everybody is not going to understand my content, and they're not going to understand everything I'm saying, everything that I'm conveying. They're not going to really get it. Some of the shit that I'm saying is going to, rub you a certain way, and you're not really going to absorb it to get some understanding. And some of you are going to understand or really get what I'm saying years later. But I stand on what I say. How do you keep it real with a person that lives in a fantasy world, that have a perception of you, and she falls in love with that perception of you. In the moment you're not acting the way the character supposed to act in her movie, in her mind, it causes a conflict. Because it goes against her script. She already laid out a script. And she falls in love with that movie so much to the point where she's hoping that you play out that scene or that role to the T. Because the moment you stop playing the role to the T, that's when you have conflict in the relationship. That's when she pulls back from you. That's when the relationship starts to have what they call it, toxic energy. The relationship starts to become toxic because she never took the time out to get to know who you truly are as an individual. She never got the time. She never took the time out to love the person that you are. Your imperfection, your flaws, your great quality, the good things about you. She never took the time out to really love you. She's gone. She's in another galaxy, another world. And the only way you're gonna make that relationship work, you gotta live in that world with her. Yeah. You have to live in that world with her. That's the only way it's gonna work. Now you could jump in and out of that world. You can jump in and jump out, jump in or jump out. But eventually you're gonna get stuck in that world with her. And you're gonna look back on your life and you're gonna be like, damn, this wasn't a part of my movie. This wasn't a part of my script. Now you got 5 kids that's misbehaving, ain't going to school, cutting class. 1 is in jail. She not cooking, she not cleaning. She expect you to pay all the bills. She's ratchet than a motherfucker. She don't respect you. She don't respect herself. But you caught up in this movie already. Case closed. It's done. You can't rewrite the script. The child is already born. The kids already got your last name. You can't rewrite this movie. It's already written. And then you realize, damn, this bitch really sucked me into this fucking fantasy world that she been plotting and manipulating and had me believe that this was it and this ain't it. Cause she not living up to the person that she needs to be. She was too focused on creating the character she wanted you to be. Her main objective was to get you by the balls. And when she got you, she got you. By the time you realize you're got, game over. Cheers, what it is and what it ain't. It's yours truly, Liquid Cash. I need it all out the stash, AKA, but it ain't about that right now, man. It's about the Cash Academy, Personal Development Transformation Academy, where you can be, do, and have anything and everything you want out of life, how to make your dreams come true, how to manifest your reality, but most importantly, how to raise your DNA vibration. Y'all been asking me about my hair routine, my skin routine, my morning routine. Y'all been asking me all type of questions in my DM, but I've been hearing and I got the answers. Listen, the Cash Academy is the place where you need to sign up right now so you can have all the answers to the questions that you may have. You dig? Sign up right now. Join the Cash Academy with yours truly, Liquid Cash. Cheers.